Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Cask 529. I'm Brian.
And I'm Shona.
Tonight we're going to take a look at a Blood Oath Pact 10 that I picked up over the weekend, and I know we're both super excited about it. We'll be right back to tell you what we think, guys. Welcome back, guys. Shona, I know I've been looking for this
You have
since
been.
last year. So
After you turned it down.
After I turned
you
it
turned
down.
down Pact 9 because you didn't know what it was.
I didn't. I had Pact 9 in my hands last summer, early last summer. We were really new on the bourbon journey.
Yep.
I put it back. So since then, I've been looking, and I found it this weekend at the distillery, actually. So this is Pact 10. There's one release each year. Started in 2015 with Pact 1, and now we're up to Pact 10.
Yep. So this one, with it being Pact 10, they wanted to celebrate the double-digit milestone. So they had it double finished, and so the first finish was in the Cabernet Franc barrels, and then it was finished again in Merlot casks.
Okay.
So I am super excited about this because it has like a double wine finish. And I know after Brian saw that being on his hunt list, he's like, oh, great. But I'm super excited.
Maybe the good stuff will cover up the taste of the wine.
Yeah.
Let's hope.
Yep.
I'm hoping.
So I do know that this Pact 10, they had two kind of well-aged, they don't give an age statement, but well-aged ryed bourbons. So more heavier rye bourbons, and one finished bourbon to make this bourbon.
Okay.
And then I think is it 98.6 proof? Yes, 98.6 proof. So, ready to go to taste?
I'm ready. Just waiting on you.
Sorry to hold you up, mister.
I'm
Nice.
getting some real slight spice on the nose. They're sweet there also, but
It's a very nice nose, and there is definitely a sweetness. But I'm picking up some fruit notes, and I want to say some like a chocolate note. Yeah, definitely picking up a chocolate note. Very nice nose. Enters your palate really lightly. Just a little bit of Kentucky hug on the finish, but like barely, not super. Kind of sweet. Has the sweeter notes.
it does. I've got some vanilla in there, and I couldn't pick up the chocolate obviously on the nose that you mentioned, but I do feel like I'm getting a little bit of really dark chocolate.
Yeah, I definitely got it on the nose. I'm not getting it on the first sip. However, it's kind of, I'm picking up honey and a lot of fruitiness, honestly.
Yeah, I'm getting almost, like on the edges of my tongue, I'm getting almost that cocoa powder. It's really weird. I've never had anything like that, but it's like, I don't know, it's like maybe you tried to mix up a glass of chocolate milk the old-fashioned way, and you didn't get it all stirred up in some of the powders in your mouth. It's not off-taking, I guess. It's not terrible. It's just a characteristic that I'm picking up.
Yeah. That, I think I am picking up some of the second sip, getting more of the char, a little bit more char on it with a little bit of the oak notes to it. This is a very smooth, very enjoyable sipping bourbon. Very fruity though. And the fruitiness for me is kind of taking over the palate. But it's finishing just a tad bit dry, which I think is turning into that cocoa type taste that you're getting.
That's probably what's happening. Is it's the dry finish from the wine barrels.
Yep.
And that's what I'm getting out of it. But yeah, I do get some fruit. I'll tell you, we do a monthly, not this month because there was just too much going on, but we do a monthly whiskey tasting here at the bar. We have 10 to 12 people show up. This would be a good bottle because there's always a lot of good discussions going. What you taste, what you're getting out of it. I mean, and there's a lot of thought goes into it. There's a lot in that. There's a lot going on there.
I am anxious to taste this again in a couple weeks. After, because I am truly trying to pick out the different notes in here. But the fruitiness keeps taking over as I'm trying to pick them out. Definitely some honey though. The honey's coming through. It's a nice sweeter bourbon. So if you like the sweeter bourbons, you're going to like this because it's a nice smooth sweet. It
is. It's really strange because it's sweet. It's super smooth, but it's got that undertone of heat.
Yeah, just with it having like, it has 2 higher ryed bourbons. It's composed of that. I thought I'd get more spice and stuff like that on it.
No, I don't get that.
Not really getting it.
No, it's just got that, like I said, that one constant. The heat doesn't change really from the time it hits your palate until you're done.
It's very smooth.
It never changes. And like you said, you don't really get the Kentucky hug. It's like it cools. It's here, but it cools all the way down. And by the time you finish the swallow,
it's very unique.
It's super unique. I really like it. Overall, I'd say it's a win.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Definitely. I'm glad that you found it.
Yeah.
I know that you've been wanting it, and so I'm glad that you were able to get your hands on it this year. Well, actually get your hands on it this year and buy it.
What was really disheartening was last week, as you know, I did not go out anywhere hunting.
To save for it.
Because I was going to Kentucky over the weekend. And I knew this was hitting in our area last week. As the days went on and you're reading and you're hearing people talk, you're like, I'm missing it.
You missed it.
I'm missing it. And lo and behold, we walked into the distillery and we had low hopes walking in because there was virtually nobody there. You know, there was a handful of cars. There it was.
I am so glad you got it. So I pulled out our tasting binders just so I could get the tasting meal in front of me. And so the first thing I seen was confectionery sugar, like on a pastry and stuff. And I would definitely say it has that sweetness of like
a Benet.
Yeah, honestly, that powdered sugar sweetness of a pastry on it.
I'm not sure that it's that sweet.
No, but it has that sweetness to it. But definitely the berry. The berry's really coming through, and you know, being finished. And wine, I mean, obviously grapes, but I would say it is fruitier than.
Yeah, that's not a. I don't know. It's got the dry finish as a dry wine would have, but it's got the sweet fruit like I've said this before, but it's like a table grape. It's kind of tart, sweet. hard to describe.
I think that might have been my 4th sip. On entry to my palate, I did get some spices, some baking spices that time. That's the first sip that I truly got some baking spices though. This is just really good. Obviously, I'm going to finish it right here on the show.
Yeah,
I hardly ever
we
do
never
that.
do that.
That is.
I'm gonna have to get something else for editing.
Yeah, he is. Definitely a win. I know it's a little bit higher priced, but it is very unique. I don't think you're going to find anything quite like it. And it has so many different flavor elements to it. I truly am anxious to sit down with a glass of this in a couple weeks after this is opened up to make my tasting notes on it, because I'm telling you, this is a, fresh open bottle tonight.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how it opens up, because
it is very good.
it's good now. Yep.
Yeah, definitely a win. 2 thumbs up.
2 thumbs up.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I would say it's probably worth the MSRP on it.
Yeah, to be absolutely honest with you, I don't remember what I paid for it. I don't know if you remember. I texted you before I bought it. The guys told me that it was about $15 or $20 higher actually at the distillery than it is here in Ohio.
Which is normal for Kentucky.
Yeah, but what are you going to do? If you want it and you have it in your hand, within reason.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously, not double.
Definitely not double.
So, okay, guys, there you have it. Blood Oath Pact 10. It is allocated. However, if you can get your hands on it, and it's still circulating right now, so if you can get your hands on it, I would recommend it.
Definitely.
I would say, based on what we've seen here tonight, next year we'll be looking for Pact 11.
Yep.
Definitely. So,
yes, and then we can compare.
if you would, guys, hit that like button. We'd really appreciate you hitting the like button. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, as long as you like what we're doing.
Yep, and we also want to give a shout out to our new patron.
Absolutely. We've got our first patron.
Yep, so Chris Sandifer, thank you so much.
Thanks, Chris. The benefits will start rolling in.
They will.
Okay, guys, with that being said, thank you all for joining us. We always appreciate it. And until next time, be safe, everybody.
Thanks, everyone.